Kenji finally realized who the boy truly was. Taro Kimura, the son of the legendary A-rank adventurer, a man who once cleared 2 C-rank dungeons alone, a feat that normally required an entire party to accomplish. Kenji realized that Taro's father had remarkable achievements, but he knew that the A-rank adventurer's achievements paled in comparison to what he had already achieved. The scene shifted. Taro and his friends had already run away, and Kenji noticed Shin standing alone, his expression tense, his lips moving as if he were speaking to someone. Kenji felt that there was a certain presence inside Shin. We learned that Shin wasn't talking to the air like some mindless loser, but he was speaking to something living inside him. The being's voice echoed faintly inside Shin. It wondered whether Kudo could truly be the same child from the stories he heard years ago. But Shin interrupted his thoughts abruptly, as he inquired about Kudo's true identity. That is a topic for another day, the being said calmly, brushing past Shin's question. Later that day, Kudo and Kenji arrived at the cafe, where Leonie and Claire were waiting for them. The boys came in, and settled in with the girls. Almost instantly Leonie and Claire realized that Kudo was colder than usual. Leonie studied him with a sharp gaze, and asked what was going on. Kudo waved it off. It's nothing. They didn't believe him. Leonie and Claire exchanged glances before teaming up, relentlessly pressing him for answers. Their voices overlapped, questions piling one after another. Kudo then realized that these bitches can't seem to mind their own business. He finally sighed in defeat. Fine, he muttered. With a cold gaze he spoke 2 words. Troll King. The girls were surprised. The Troll King. Claire then asked, didn't he die 10,000 years ago? Kudo didn't answer. Instead he turned his gaze toward Kenji, silently urging him to explain the long boring history of the Troll King. Kenji, like a true bro, agrees to take the burden. He then sighs in agreement to Kudo's request. The Troll King, he began. He was the most powerful troll to ever exist. He was the one who created the Okami Alliance, the fragile peace and unity between vampires, humans and trolls. The weight of history settled heavily over the table, and deep down, the girls felt it. The girls exchanged glances. We learned about that at school. Kenji's eyes narrowed. Then tell me, he said. How did the Troll King die? Claire answered and said, he fell after a 3-day battle against 4 demon hybrids. The clash was so violent it shook the earth itself. For 3 days, the world trembled under their immense power. On the 3rd day, the Troll King sealed the demon hybrids away and died shortly after. Kenji nodded slowly. That is much true. Then Kenji spoke again, his voice heavy, but that is only a part of the story. He sharpened his gaze. Let me ask you something. How does one truly kill a troll? Leonie answered without hesitation, by destroying their core. Correct, Kenji said. Remove a troll's core, and death will shortly follow. But if the core is shattered but not fully destroyed, a troll can survive for no more than 3 hours before they die. But that rule, Kenji continued, didn't apply to the Troll King. The girls froze. The Troll King was stabbed in the chest with a spear, and the weapon shattered half of his core. Claire was surprised. He should have died, she said. Yes, Kenji replied, after 3 hours. His voice darkened, but instead, he kept fighting for another full day. The Troll King battled the demon hybrids with a broken core, his life leaking away with every breath, his power tearing his own body apart, and still he refused to die. He gathered his last remaining mana and life force and used it to seal the demon hybrids away. Silence swallowed the table, but years before the battle, Kenji added the Troll King and went to Camelot to seek out the great mage Merlin. He asked Merlin to place a reincarnation curse on him. Leonie then asked, isn't that the same curse as Kudo's? Kenji said no. One of Kudo's curses is rebirth, which means even if he dies, he will just return to life again over and over. Rebirth has no death limit, Kenji says. He then continues by saying the curse Merlin cast on the Troll King was a high-level spell, and he couldn't do it on his own, so he had 6 master mages to help him cast the spell. Kenji's eyes then turned to Kudo, but Kenji continued, despite rebirth being a higher-level spell, Kudo had so much mana that he was able to place the curse on himself. Kudo coldly said that the focus shouldn't be on him. Kenji agreed, and then he took a slow breath before delivering the truth. What matters is this, he said. He looked straight at the girls. Shin is the vessel of the Troll King. Shock crept into the girls as they realized that a legendary warrior was walking among them. They eventually asked the question, just how strong is Shin? Kudo answered, Shin is strong on his own. He said calmly, but the moment the Troll King took residence within Shin, his base power was tripled. The girls stared in amazement. Even so, Kudo continued, his voice low, but firmly. Shin would be considered an S rank. Kudo then continued, but compared to the Troll King, Kudo added coldly, Shin's power is insignificant, almost emotionless. Kudo said the Troll King fought 4 demon hybrids head-on, 3 of them were F rank and 1 was D rank. The air felt heavier. Leonie swallowed hard before asking, then if Shin fought those 4 demons alone, would he have won? Kudo didn't sugarcoat the truth. Our world's ranking system isn't the same as the demon realm's ranking system. He coldly said that if Shin faced those 4 demon hybrids, he would have been killed instantly, and no real effort would have been needed to kill him.